What's up, guys? The ranked 2 player in the world has adapted his bait deck to spam cards at all angles, depleting all the opponent's elixir and getting their spells out of hand so they can get handed a loss. The Skeleton Barrel in the air will fuel the Skeleton King so you have more offense, and the explosive nature of the evolved Skeleton Barrel and the evolved Wall Breakers will limit opponents' counter push, because when they get caught up in the blast, not much will last. But let's assert dominance with the highest ranked spam strategy in the game. And gobs of goblin love to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag, making the high effort editing possible. So I really wanted to read this guy's name as Kill Switch, but I don't know. I guess he is not switching on. Oh wait, is he gonna kill his Zap for no elixir? That's insane. All right, so really good start for us. Obviously, we can Berserker and then go Skeleton Barrel on the right side. Generally, when you're playing a deck that has 2 evolutions that are aggressive, you want to be way more aggressive than otherwise, because we're not having an evolved cannon or an evolved Dark Goblin on defense. Instead, we're going to go blast ahead with Breakers and a Skeleton Barrel. And we also have Skeleton King as another thing that's going to be problematic for our opponent. We definitely want to be pairing that with our barrel as much as we possibly can to absorb the skeletons and throw them back at our opponent. So I'm going to wait a little bit, then I'm going to arrows, I'm going to pop the ability. Generally better to not drop the ability really early because you don't know what your opponent's going to drop after. And if you give them the ability to spend more elixir into you, it's generally going to be better for you. Also, our little skeletons are so slimy. It's awesome to be able to still get those in front of the Berserker because the Berserker's health is abysmal. Also, my voice kind of died there. I felt like the Skeleton King. I felt like Darth Vader for a sec. Oh, man. I don't even know what was happening there, but I guess we came out alive, fortunately. So this guy is going to be playing something interesting. I guess it might be a giant graveyard deck. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. I mean, we do see a bomber, so it could be like the Prince version of giant. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, we want to go Wall Breakers here and get a Skeleton King ability. Oh, come on. We don't get the... No, we do. I was chirping myself for a sec. I didn't think I got it down in time. I was going to be a little sad. Anyway, we can get a Goblin Gang down here just to be able to block a bit. And then I could go arrows. I guess I'm going to just so I can kill the rest of his stuff. It's just safer that way. I'm not going to get a Skeleton King ability because my Skeleton King is gone. It's not for this world. It is to be seen again another day. But obviously, if we're playing against someone with Goblin Curse, when we are playing a bait deck and we have Cannoneer, that is going to be a lot of problems for me. So ideally, we get him to be preoccupied on the left side and we go in for the Wall Breakers and splash onto the Giant for some extra damage for the fun of it. I don't know if it's going to work, but you never know. Oh, is it going to hit the Lumberjack too? That'd be huge. Hit the Lumberjack with the explosion. Come on. Yes, let's go. It was beautiful. That was serendipitous to see. You know what's not serendipitous to see? That thing. I hate that card. Spirit Empress is too good. It's actually just way too good. He also overcommitted, I think. Maybe not. Maybe so. I guess we'll have to wait and see, bro. All right. We're going to go Skeleton King and try to get some extra value. With our Mother Witch still alive, I believe that we can get some value for sure. I mean, I'm going to have to go arrows on this junk. I would love to hit the Spirit Empress as well, and I think this is fine. Oh, he's getting ready. He's getting ready. I mean, he's raging. He's dropping it all. He's got some cloned up goblins in my face. Bro, get away from me with that thing. That's sacrilegious to see. Yo, I'm not getting any goblin value. We're getting a couple cloned ones, but that's not that much at all. Jeez. All right, I guess I got to go Skeleton Barrel so I can tank and absorb the damage from the Spirit Empress. Otherwise, we're cooked. And I don't like getting fried against these types of players, to be honest. It's not my cup of tea. All right, obviously, the Wall Breakers are not something that we're going to want to be dropping too aggressively unless we have an opportunity. So we're not going to drop that into the Prince until the Prince is gone. The Prince is crossed over to the Neverland, and we won't have to worry about that for a bit. Please explode. Oh, come on, man. How did that not hit the tower? That's insane. That's criminal behavior. Anyway, Lumberjack does die without killing my Dark Goblin, right? Yeah? Come on. No, it still kills it. Oh, my goodness, dude. What is happening here? Worst arrows of my life, possibly, too. I didn't even kill the freaking bomber. But, you know, there is one good thing here. There is one good thing. The potential for us to defend this and feel okay with a really good Skeleton King ability. Obviously, having the Berserker here is huge, and then getting a Dark Goblin down so we can clean up the rest of the goblins. But man, this guy is just continuing to go in for the win. He's aggressive with it. He's a wild child. Obviously, we're going to have the arrows here to kill the rest of the bomber. And he's going to zap nothing. Okay, here we go. Full steam ahead so we don't end up dead. I got to send it. I got to send it. He's going to Spirit Empress into this. He's going to drop Goblin Curse. I need these Wall Breakers near the tower, and that's all I need right now. I didn't get it. Damn, dude. He's aggressive. He's going Goblins. He's dropping Giant. It's not a Goblin Giant, but it's a Goblin Giant, if you guys know what I mean. He's crazy. He's going in for the win. All right, we're going to have to go Skeleton Barrel here. Probably going to have to pop a Skeleton King and then go in for arrows on defense. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I'm stopping this. I think I'm dead. Oh, what the heck? Let's go. Might have been the luckiest skeleton barrel of my life, but hey, I hate that matchup. Oh, and I didn't even see that correctly. In addition to having Bomber, bro had triple small spells, actually. I totally forgot about the rage. So if he goes Goblin Curse with any small spell near my tower, my bait cards, and my Cannoneer can't clean up the goblins, I'm cooked. Phenomenal first win of the day against a 20-win player that also finished around top 2,000 in the world with a hard counter to me. Let's see if we can keep it up and not have that close of games, though. Genuinely, I thought I was cooked. I hate playing against Spirit Empress and especially Goblin Curse when they have 3 spells. So if we could beat that, I feel like we can probably beat anything with this deck. Also, going into Furnace is not that scary when you've got Cannoneer, so I do like that. I just hope that our opponent isn't running it back with 3 small spells. Anyway, I'm going to go for Wall Breakers in the right side, and hopefully the Fire Spirit just straight up dies. It might jump, though. Oh, it doesn't. Let's go. All right, this is probably going to be a graveyard deck. We are really running into some problems here, aren't we? Anyway, I'm going to keep my Mother Witch because if I cycle that, I'm probably just going to lose. We play against a graveyard player. I can't cycle that ever. Anyway, I'm going to go Goblin Gang here and then maybe just cycle a Skeleton Barrel because the Berserker should die. I mean, it's not going to stay alive for freaking forever, is it? We can go for a Berserker really low and say hello to my little friend. The Berserker's gone. We're chilling. We're chilling. The Knight's not going to do any damage. We can Wall Breakers. Damn, that's unfortunate. The Fire Spirits are going to fry me. Wait. Why is he cycling it there? Skeleton Barrel should connect to the tower then. Get a Bar Barrel, though, I guess. That makes sense. If we get a Dark Goblin down, we're able to clean up the Spear Goblins, and then we can clean up the Fire Spirit with our Cannoneer, I believe, so we're not in that much of a problem. And unfortunately for us, look at how far the Furnace hits. Isn't that silly? It should not be able to have the similar range as my Dark Goblin. Like, it's a building that spawns units. I don't know about y'all, but I think it definitely deserves a bit of a nerf from its range. And then also its spawning speed when it's an evolution. Those are the 2 things that I would change personally. Anyway, I'm going to go Goblin Gang here, and then maybe we can go through with a Skeleton Barrel on the left side. It's a little bit bad to do these types of plays if you don't have the right card combination, like you don't have Skeleton King, so you can't absorb the Skellies. They'll want to pair that up in the future, but it is what it is for right now. We're just trying to find our way through and see what we can do. Obviously, the Fire Spirits aren't that scary. Skeleton Barrel going directly into a swarm of Spear Goblins from the hut is always bad, so it's nice to get that out of sight. And the Spear Goblin's just going to die, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just straight up gets slaughtered by the Cannoneer. I want to get a good ability here, but I can't justifiably drop it just yet. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I just went in for it. We're going to get a Bar Barrel at least, but we didn't get as much damage as we wanted on the tower. It is still an even trade, but he is going to get closer to whatever cards he wants because he's dropping a Bar Barrel, and I'm not dropping a card in my card cycle. I could Mother Witch, but I think he knows that I've got Mother Witch, and that's why he's not graveyarding. He has graveyard in his deck, and he just doesn't want to cycle it or something. Interesting. Some of these players are so lackadaisical. They're so chill. They're relaxed. They're ready to go in for a push when they're ready, and they have a huge amount of elixir, but they're taking their sweet time. Probably my least type of favorite decks to play into is when people play like that. But we have held our Mother Witch for this moment, baby! And he doesn't even poison on the Mother Witch, so that is enormous value for me. Let's go. This is what we needed. So patience is a virtue, and identifying his deck allowed us to play way more hesitant and allowed us to anticipate that he would have something enormous like that as a win condition. That would be scary. So I might win the game just because of that bad graveyard on his end and just really playing to my strength with this deck of knowing that the Mother Witch would not win unless I knew his card cycle. So I had to play safe. Otherwise, I'd be sorry, and I'd be taking the fattest L in existence. So we're going to Mother Witch here, and we're going to go in for a Goblin Gang. And all we have to do is cycle back to an Arrows, and then I think we win the game. So I'm just going to drop Wall Breakers straight in the face of the Furnace so it hopefully explodes and dies. I hate that card, so whenever I match into someone that has a graveyard, I am holding my Mother Witch. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep my tower. 2 absolutely brutal matchups back-to-back, but we pushed through. All right, so we got a game against Chocolate Protein, and I'm ready to get big out here, guys. We're going to the gym a little bit more. I think we need him as a snack. So I'm going to cycle our Skeleton King in the back just because, obviously, I want to pair that with the Skeleton Barrel and chuck as many skeletons as I can in our guy to cheese him. So I think our Skeleton Barrel is just a necessary thing to be dropping on the other side of the Furnace. I don't want to give him too much Fire Spirit value. Those things are already smiling ear to ear, and we can't give him any more smiles here. Maybe I can go in for like a Dark Goblin, but probably Mother Witch. Just because I know that the Cannoneer one-shots Fire Spirits, so that's a big benefit, and I won't have to worry about any extra damage here. However, I bet you he's running a Spirit Empress deck, so I want to keep this alive as long as we can. I'm going to go Goblin Gang. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, not another curse player. Curse the curses, my dudes. Curse the curses. But thank goodness my Skeleton King is Omega thick. Because if not, then that Giant Skeleton would cause some problems. It's already going to kill my Dark Goblin, but it would have been a lot more doom and gloom and way more spook. But I wonder if the Skeletons can reach the tower here. If I arrows, maybe. I don't know if he's ready for it. I don't know if he's got to get lost in the sauce. His Berserker has got an entire army. She's playing Game of Thrones by herself. It's not going great. So I totally enjoy that. I said totally instead of totally. So maybe our wall breaker is going to get some extra speed. Piled by their toots. They're just going to be moving super fast. All right, wait, that's great. I was able to force out a Goblin Hut for a -2 trade for him. I'm definitely going to not go in the same side there. Would like to go left lane and then go Goblin Gang. And then also unleash. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that guy. I'm actually not that guy. I thought I was that guy. And then I realized that I was going to cry if I went into that. It's just going to be horrible. Obviously, if you're playing against anyone that has these types of strats, you have to go opposite side of their furnace. And just hopefully the furnace gets cleaned up by your cannoneer. That's the idea. Oh, wait. This is an awesome ability if we can get it down. And it didn't happen. So that's rough. But we might be able to Berserker and keep that alive from the Giant Skeleton. Because Giant Skeleton's health is a mizzle. It's pretty abysmal. It's not that good comparatively to a lot of other tanks. Pairing Dark Goblin with Mother Witch allows you to defend, even though the graveyard is such an appealing target on a cannoneer. It allows you to have the matchup be more manageable in a situation that would be unwinnable. So I'm going to try to do the same thing that I did last time and just counter push and kill. That's our game plan whenever we're up a bit. And I'm going to go throw down our wall breakers here as well. Even if he's going to have minions, I think he's cooked. I don't know if these arrows are overkill. They feel overkill though. I love playing against those graveyard players that think they can get away with the graveyard, and then they just make one last fatal mistake. So that's how I play Clash Royale, is I entice people with an appealing target, and then truthfully, they get you baited in the most beautiful way. Fortunately for us, the Skeleton King version of Graveyard is no match for a graveyard counter of Mother Witch and Dark Goblin. And bro was kind of sneaky with it too. He had double small spells with the skeletons from his graveyard, making it even more difficult for our bait cards to protect our tower. Okay, dude's a top 222 player in the world, and hopefully he's not running Graveyard for the 3rd time today. Clash Royale, we're looking for a good matchup here. Usually this deck does give us good matchups, but a lot of times in the game, it's 50-50. You either crush your opponent because they don't have enough bait answers, or they're going to have a lot of bait answers and make the matchup be situational where you have to outplay them and earn the victory. And usually decks like this that we're playing are very low skill, so you typically don't have to think that much when you're playing it. I just have had to think a lot more in the last few matches than ever before. Oh, come on, man. You're a top 200 player, legitimately running a Goblin Curse freaking Chef Tower deck with Furnace. You diabolical mad lad. So I'm going to Mother Witch here in the back, and then I think I'm going to be okay. Definitely don't want to let that Rocket Man get anywhere near us. And then protecting ourselves and getting the piggies to counter push is awesome. Whoa, he's got Giant Skeleton instead. I don't really endorse this behavior, bro. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like it. Oh, he's going to be slimy with it for sure. All right, I guess we got to do this, and then go Goblin Gang. We want him to drop his bait card counters directly on the Dark Goblin and not near our tower, but that's not how it's going to go. This is going to be awful for me, bro. I got arrows. Oof. That was rough. I had to do that, but I mean, the Dark Goblin's going to do 10 billion, so we're back. We're back. We're with it. We're with it. I'm going to wall breakers. I'm not going to split it. I just want to definitely all in the left side and do as much damage as I possibly can. Why do you have Bar Barrel? Usually with Goblin Curse, you're trying to amplify its damage and use spells that target on your opponent's side of the arena. But this guy's not about it at all. It's interesting. It's wild to see it. But hey, I guess people update their decks all the time, and this top 200 player is truly doing something different. All right, so I would like to kill that, but I can't guarantee anything good is going to happen for us here. I could maybe go Goblin Gang on the other side and force out a curse and some other action. But I think that's going to be our game plan, and then I'll go Skeleton King directly on top. And Furnace isn't that bad. This is fine. Like, not the worst, not the best. We're going to go and drop some extra goblins in this guy's face. He thinks that his curse is smart, but in reality, it's giving me extra goblins. I'm going to wall breakers here as well. We're probably going to get a Barbaro out of him. And I definitely just want to let the Furnace do its thing. It doesn't matter that much to me anymore. I'm also going to straight up just spam everything I own with the Skeleton Barrel here, because I need to definitely get more skeletons in his face. Otherwise, we're going to lose to the Giant Skeleton. Also, look at how many goblins this guy's got. I mean, can you get enough goblins up in here, bro? The Dark Goblin's trying to play Zombies Tower Defense here. It's kind of working, though. I can't believe it did not get overrun. All right, wait. We're chilling. We're going to go Skeleton King as well. Maybe we're going to be able to get some skeletons. This is real close and personal. Come on, Skellies. Arrows here for sure. Needed to get that down. Otherwise, we're dead to a Giant Skeleton. Can't have that happen. All wall breakers when the Fire Spirit dies or jumps. Nice. Our Goblin's dead. That sucks. We got to keep going Skeleton Barrel when our opponent's elixir is pretty low. I also want to start going Dark Goblin other lane and then just sniping him and having the rocket not hit, because the rocket gets outranged by the Dark Goblin if you guys are unaware. So that's always nice. Got to make sure that you know that so you don't get screwed. I'm going to try to do dual lane pressure with both evolutions, and maybe we can find enough damage. Come on, wall breakers. Let's go. So we just beat a top 200 player casually. After getting miserable matchups the first matches, we got a good one, or at least an even one, against a top 200 player and still stopped them. And as you can see, top 222 in the world and 400 as well. So a very talented player with a deck that I probably shouldn't be beating that badly. It's awesome to split up your opponent's stuff, so when they don't have enough elixir, they're definitely dead. Drop some skeletons on the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.